students, then ultimate, extreme, formidable, challenging, fed very slowly, remote, distant, then endurance, tolerance, persistence, firmness, and willpower, determination. Okay, so all these was discussed yesterday. We discussed that the summit within is about Major HPS Ahluwalia, and he went there for climbing Mount. This the highest peak of Himalaya, that is Mount Everest. And when he climbed the Everest, certain thoughts, certain feelings came in his mind. He was jubilant, he was very happy as he has climbed the highest mountain peak of the world. But at the same time, there were traces of sadness also, because now after he was going downward and there was no higher gradient to climb. From now onwards, all the routes were going downside, all the ways were going downside. So he was a little bit sad. That also we discussed. Then who were along with him, that we discussed. Okay, Fu Dorji and the other person. Then when he climbed the Mount Everest, the thought came in his mind that it is equally necessary to climb the summit within us, to climb our mind, to have a victory over one's mind. Okay, so this also we discussed yesterday. Then this was discussed that when one start a journey for climbing the mountains, then it's not that much easy for him to come back from halfway, because from halfway to go higher side, that also require equal endurance, equal physical strength, and if you go towards the downside, that also requires equal strength. But if you climb the mountain, then you will have a happy emotion, you will have a jubilant emotion. But when you will come downside, you will say, okay, so it will be always good to go the higher side. That we discussed. Then he mentioned that why people climb mountains. People climb mountains because they offer great challenges, and this is there in human nature. People love to overcome challenges, and he explained that for him, climbing mountains was just to establish communion with God, to establish a relationship with God. And right from his childhood, he was fascinated by the majesticity of mountains. So, all this we have discussed. Then glimpsing a peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. From here we have to start, children. Page number 77. Okay, are you getting, children? Yes, students?
Yes, sir.
Chinmay?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Yes. So, glimpsing a peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. I experienced a change within myself. Glimpsing means looking at a peak in the distance. I get transported to another world. I experienced the change within myself, which can only be called mystical. I experienced a change in myself, which could only be termed as a mystical. Mystical means which is spiritual. So I observed a change. When I observed a change, when I was glimpsing, when I was looking at a peak at a distance, okay, and when I looked at that peak, I got transported to another world. I experienced a change within myself, and that change was something like mystical, that was like spiritual. By its beauty, aloofness, might, darkness, and the difficulties encountered on the way, the peak rose me to it. I was attracted towards the peak. Due to what I was attracted towards the peak? Due to its beauty, due to its aloofness, because it was all alone, due to its might. Okay, that is greatness, strength, power, and due to its ruggedness. All these, and due to the difficulties it offers while climbing, due to all these, I was attracted towards the peak. The peak draws me to it as Everest did. As Everest attracted me, that mountain peak also attracted me. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. It provides a great challenge that is difficult to overcome. Looking back, I find that I have not yet fully explained why I climbed Everest. Now, again, he is saying that so far I have not fully explained why I climbed Everest. It is like answering a question why you breathe. So, for me, the answer to this question why I climbed the Mount Everest is just that why we breathe. Why we breathe? Because that is very necessary for us. Equally, to climb Mount Everest was very necessary for me. It was very much required for me. I have already mentioned that mountains attracted me, fascinated me right from my childhood. Okay, and for me, climbing mountains was just to establish communion with God. Why do you help your neighbors? Why do you want to do good acts? There is no final answer. So, to me, answer to this question that why I climbed the Mount Everest is equivalent to all these questions. That why do you help your neighbors? Why do you pray? Why do you want to do good acts? There is no final answer possible. And likewise, it is for me why I climbed the Mount Everest. And then there is the fact that Everest is not a physical climb. It is not a physical climb. The man who has been to the mountain top becomes conscious in a special manner. If a person overcomes this great challenge, then that person will never remain the same person again. The man who has been to the mountain top becomes conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in this large universe. That man who will climb Mount Everest, who will get this success, will also become aware of his own smallness. When that person will go to that much height, then at that height he will realize his own smallness. Okay. The physical conquest of a mountain is only one part of the achievement. The physical conquest of the mountain is only one part of the achievement. There is more to it than that. It is followed by a sense of fulfillment. When you climb a mountain, that gives you a sense of fulfillment. That gives you a sense of satisfaction. That provides you a sense that you have done something good. It is followed by a sense of fulfillment. There is the satisfaction of a deep urge to rise above one's surrounding. It is the eternal love for adventure. Eternal means lasting forever. Eternal. Lasting forever. Eternal, lasting forever. So this is due to eternal love in mankind, and that is for to do something special, something worth mentioning. The experience is not merely physical, it is emotional, it is spiritual. So when you climb a mountain peak, the experience you get is not only physical, but it is spiritual. You get a spiritual experience also. You get an emotional experience also, and you never remain the same person. If you climb such a kind of peak, then you become awareness of your own smallness also in this world. You become very humble and you become totally a changed personality. Consider a typical climb towards the summit. On the last heights, you are sharing the rope with another climber. Now, here's given an example. Children, you are understanding or not? Yes,
Yes,
students.
sir.
Kusali, your response is not coming to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me check it, children. The speaker is not working. Okay, you have written. Yes,
No, sir.
students.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So he has given an example, and the example is that of how when a person climbs a mountain, how the team members they help each other, and the lesson you learn with that support, with that cooperation, is going to help you lifelong. Here is one example of such a type. Consider a typical climb towards the summit on the last height. Summit means the top of a mountain. Yes, he is saying that consider an example that of a summit there in its last part. Okay, you are sharing a rope with another climber. At that time, you share a rope with another climber. You one in he cuts the steps in the hard ice, then he delays and you inch your way up. Okay, so you tie a rope and your friend helps you in that, and collectively you do this work. The climb is green. Okay, you strain every nerve as you take every step, and as you go high, okay, you face a trouble, you face a greater difficulty. Famous climbers have left records of the help given by others, and the famous climbers they have left records of the help provided to them by other climbers. They have also recorded how they needed just that help as they might have given. All the climbers, famous climbers, they have left a record of the help provided to them by their teammates in the climb, and it becomes a success only with the help of teammates. Without teammates, the success could not be achieved. You curse yourself for having let yourself in for this. Sometimes there in the climb, there comes sometimes such a situation where you curse yourself that why you started this journey, why you decided to climb the mountain peak, but then you continue with your determination, you continue with your endurance, you continue with your persistence, with your willpower, and then you achieve success. You wonder why you ever undertook the ascenic climb. So, sometime in the way, when you face troubles at that time, you think that why the climb? Okay, you curse yourself, but then it will let you going. There are there are moments when you feel like going back, and due to the difficulties posed, there are sometimes means when you think to go back, but then there remains something in you, your willpower, your persistence, your endurance that motivates you to go higher and complete the journey. Instead of up, but almost at once to step out of that mood, there is something in you that does not let you give up. There remains something in you. There remains something in you that lets you not to go down. And you go on. Your companion keeps up with you. Your companion remains with you, and your companion motivates. Your companion motivates you to complete the climb. You you ask yourself, is there no end? You look at your companion and he looks at you. So during your climb, you look at your companion looks at you, and you get strength, you get motivation from each other. You grow experience from each other. And then, without first being aware of it, you are at the summit. And then you find yourself at the summit. Then you find yourself at the top. You find yourself at the peak. So this is how you climb the highest mountain peaks. Okay, sometimes you think to go back due to the struggles, due to the problems you face during your journey, and your companions, your teammates help you a lot in completing your journey. Sometimes due to the challenges you fail, that's why you started this journey. But after all, there remains something in you. There remains certain dominant emotions that keep on motivating you, and as a whole, finally you complete the journey. Okay, so you have understood this or not? What he has explained here? He has explained here that yes, climbing a mountain offers great challenges. It offers great challenges, and the role of your teammates also remains equally important. It's not something that you could complete at your end only. A great help is required from your teammates. Sometimes in the journey, due to the struggles, you feel that why you started this journey, but then there remains something within you. And what is that something? That is your enthusiasm. Okay, and that is your love to start such a journey, and that keeps motivating you. And finally, sometimes you think that will there be an end of this journey? Will it be completed? And in all these thought process, a moment comes that you find yourself at the top of the mountain. Okay, so looking around from the summit, you tell yourself that it was worthwhile. And when you reach at the highest point, then you realize that it was worthwhile, it was necessary, and it is significant. Other silvery peaks appear through the clouds. When you reach there, you find other silvery peaks. If you are lucky, the sun may be on them. You find the sun glistening on them. The surrounding peaks look like as well the necklace around the neck of your summit. The surrounding peaks, they look like a necklace around your peak. Below you see vast valleys stopping into the distance. You see the vast valleys. It is an ennobling, it is a great experience, enriching experience to just look down from the summit of the mountain. So when you look down from the summit of the mountain, it really remains a great experience that lasts long, that have a great impact on your mind. It is an ennobling, enriching experience in just look down from the summit of a mountain. You go down to make your obeisance. You go down, okay, in order to pay your respect, in order to mark your respect. Okay, so obeisance means respect. You go down when you climb in order to mark your respect to whichever God you worship, whichever the God you worship. So you thank to your God that yes, I have completed the task. I am thankful to you. I left, and those who visit there, they also left something, that of their God. I left on Everest a picture of Guru Nanak. When I visited there, I completed my journey successfully. I left there a picture of Guru Nanak. Rawat left a picture of goddess Durga, who Dorji left a relic of the Buddha. So all of us, whichever the god we worship, we left, okay, a statue of that. Then Edmund Hillary had buried across again, that is a heap of rocks and stones. These are not symbols of conquest but of reverence. So the experience of having climbed to the summit changes you completely. You become a completely changed man while you climb a peak, a mountain peak. There is another summit. There is another summit. It is within yourself. But when you climb these mountains, you get a great ennobling experience. But some other thing also comes to your mind. Another thought comes to your mind, and that is to have a victory over your mind, to have a same climb within yourself. There is another summit, it is within yourself. So where is the another summit that is within yourself? And when you climb Mount Everest for such a kind of peak, then this thought comes to your mind that you should climb within yourself also. You should have a victory over your mind also. You should have a control over your thoughts also. Okay. It is in your own mind. Each man carries within himself his own mountain peak. Within each man there is a mountain peak. We must climb to reach to the fuller knowledge. So we must climb the mountain peak within us. And if we do that, we will get rid of our shortcomings, our ignorance, and we will become a very good human being. We will become a knowledge, a wise human being when we will climb the summit within us. It cannot be climbed by anyone else. It could be climbed by us. No one can do this task for us. You yourself have to do the physical act of climbing to the summit of a mountain outside akin to the act of climbing the mountain within. Akin means similar. Okay, so it is similar. This act of climbing the mountain peak within you is just similar to climb a physical mountain. When you climb the mountain within you, that is, you get a victory over your thoughts, over your emotions, over your feelings, over your mind. So it means when you climb the mountain within you, that is just similar to climb Mountain Everest, and that you should do in order to be a good human being. The effect of both the climbs are the same. Both the climbs, they have the same effect, whether the mountain you climb in physical or emotional or spiritual. The climb will certainly change you. You will become a changed human being. With these climbs, it teaches you much about the world and about yourself. If you will have a victory over that mountain within you, you will become a changed human being. And it will teach you a great lesson. I venture to think that my experience as an Everester has provided me with the inspiration to face life's ordeals. Ordeals means painful experiences. Ordeals means painful experiences. So my climb to Mount Everest, it has made me that much strong to face the challenges of life very easily. Now I can face the challenges of life very easily. How I become that much strong to face the challenges of life very easily? Because when we climb the mountain, it offers great challenges. When we climb the mountain, it requires great mental strength, great toughness, endurance, persistence, willpower. And when we come across such kind of difficulties in real life, at that time also, with the experiences which we had come across there in our climb of such mountain peaks, that guides us in such a similar situation, akin situation. Climbing the mountain was a worthwhile experience. Climbing the mountain was a worthwhile experience. The conquest of the internal summit is equally worthwhile. So the conquest, the victory, conquest means victory. The victory over the internal summit, internal top is equally good. The internal summit are perhaps higher than Everest, and our internal summits, they are perhaps higher than Everest. Okay, because it requires great strength to have a victory over your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. Okay, so it is equally good to climb within. And when I climbed the highest peak of the mountain, at that time, this sense, this thought came to my mind that I have climbed the highest mountain peak of the world. Now I should climb the mountain peak within me. That is, I should have a victory over myself, and that is just similar to have a victory over a physical mountain peak. And in fact, it is even better than that. It requires much strength than climbing the Mount Everest. So, children, this is the lesson. You have understood or not? You tell me. Yes, students.
Yes.
Yes, children. You have understood or not? All of you. Yeah. Okay. So, what emotion, what thought came? What thought came in the poet's mind? What thought came in the poet's mind when he was at the top of Mount Everest? When he was at the top of Mount Everest, what thought came in his mind? What he should do? Yes, provide your answer. When he was at the top of the mountain peak, what emotion, what thought came in his mind? What he should do? The thought came to his mind is that, yes, Chinmay, that you are explaining.
Humility and their sense of smallness.
No, this one. Students. Okay, so it came to his mind that he should have a victory over the peak within himself, over the summit within him. And what is the summit within him? That is his mind. That he should get a victory over his mind. Okay. Then okay, so now you can provide your response. So this you have understood. This is the keynote of the lesson. This you have understood or not? Tell me. Yeah, you can provide your response. Now I will be able to hear it. It will be audible. Yeah. That when he was at the top, yes, Kusali, you can turn on your mic and you can provide your response. That when he was at the top of the peak, he was jubilant, he was happy enough that he had done such a great task, and at the same time, he was,
He
yes,
was have a little sadness, tingle of sadness.
a little bit he was having sadness. as there was no high gradient to climb. This is one. Okay. Then what thought came in his mind? The thought came in his mind is this, that now there
There
is
is no higher peak,
no higher place, no
and
higher peak.
all roads are going hereafter would laid down.
All the ways are going towards downwards. Okay, so he was a little bit sad. Then the another thought came in his mind was this, that he should have a victory over his thoughts, over his mind. Every individual is having a peak inside him, and he should climb that mountain peak which is within him, and that is similar to have a victory over a mountain peak, a physical mountain peak. Okay, so what is this internal peak? This is one's mind, and if a person will have a victory over his mind, then that will also be equally good. That will be equivalent to climb Mountain Everest, and even that will be more worthwhile, and that will require more strength, more endurance, more struggle. Okay, that is not an easy task to have a victory over the mountain peak within oneself. That is to have a victory over one's mind. Okay, children, then who were his friends, companions there in climbing this mountain peak? Yes, students. One was Fu, Dorji, and other was Ravan. Okay. Then what symbols of their god and goddesses they left there at the mountain peak? He left the statue that of Guru Nanak, an image of Guru Nanak. Okay, then it is about Ravan. What he left, that you have to remember. Okay, Ravan left a picture of goddess Durga, and Dorji left a relic
of the
Buddha. Buddha, that you have to remember. Okay, then how much the help of the companions is required, how much importance is there in climbing a mountain, that of teammates. Okay, so teammates are also equally important. They also remain an integral part that of our success, and without their help one could not complete the summit, could not climb the summit. Okay, so all this also children you have to remember. So have you understood the lesson or not?
Understood, sir.
All of you?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here the class comes to an end. Okay, those who have not written the word meanings, they have to write it. Yesterday only I told you that you have to write. Okay, so class comes to an end, and in tomorrow's class we will discuss the question answers, and you read it once again yourself also. It's always important to have a reading. You read it and you come with your problems if you have any difficulty. Okay, you fail to understand something, you ask there in the next class. So first of all you can ask your doubts, your problems, and then we will start the question answers. Okay students, so come prepared in the next class. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.